Well, welcome back. As you saw in the last episode, we got this lot cleared out, and it was pretty messy after doing everything, and so I decided to plow it into a little bit of a field, and then I planted grass, and so we're gonna wait for some of that to grow so this has a more natural meadow look to it, and then we're gonna list it for sale for a potential flip. So, did you know that in Farming Simulator you can do field work? I mean, we're like, what, 8 episodes into this Let's Play, and no one bothered to tell me you can do field work in Farming Simulator? Not one of my not one of my 10 subscribers told me this? So I was working hard as usual, scrolling through Farm Book, and I found a post from Alan Waller, who owns a big farm down in Westbridge Hills, and this guy isn't just your average old farmer. He's actually an engineer and co-founder of... Well, actually, I cannot say that for legal reasons, but I think you'll be able to tell when we get there. Because I messaged him. He posted that they have some jobs opening for just some seasonal work. And I know we've got a business here of our own to focus and run, but I mean, it sounds so cool being able to go onto his farm and actually do some work there and use some of the machines, and so we're gonna do that. Alright, we have finally made it. I'm really excited. This place looks huge. So, he said to go up and meet him at his house. Not entirely sure where that's at, but we'll see if we can find it. And I don't think we're going to be starting any work tonight. Mostly just getting a feel for the area, getting settled in. This must be his house right up here. We'll go in and see if he's home.
Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you made it. Go ahead and make yourself at home down at the bunkhouse. A few of the other helpers are already down there. There's a couple Kubota side-by-sides for you guys to use. Feel free to take a tour around the farm. You can hop in and start anything you want. It's all up and running except for what's in the workshop. Even Big Roy. I know you mentioned you were really excited to take a look at that. Feel free to take it for a little test drive. It's been sitting for a while and needs to get a little movement. Oh, and meet me here in the morning at 7 o'clock, and I'll let you know what I need help with for the day.
Okay. Well, that all sounds good to me. Let's go and see if we can find the bunkhouse. It's a bit hard to read, but there's a sign right in front of me that says that way. So I bet that's it. Yep. Looks like this is the place. I can already see some of the other people are already here. Well, this is really cool. This is a grain bin made into a house. I'll be sleeping up here tonight. This looks really nice. I like this. Well, now that we're all settled in, let's go hop in one of the side-by-sides and get a little tour of this place. Looks like out here is where we hang out. We'll probably cook dinner out here. It's kind of cool. What we got out there? It's like just a windmill. Goes out into the pasture. We'll hop in this guy right over here. I don't know what happened to those trees. I noticed there's like several of them through there that are all broken apart. Maybe a big storm came through. This was like a pretty big shed up here. I wonder what he's got in there. Looks like we got a couple of harvesters. Let's go check them out. These things are huge. Look at this guy. Wow. I like it. I can see why this place is called Lost FBS Farms. He did warn me about that. This is kind of cool. This road drops down into this barn. I wonder what it's got in here. Oh, ho, ho, there it is. There's what I've been dying to see. It's a Versatile Big Roy. This is a really unique tractor. He said he even uses it for field work time to time, but they don't use it a whole lot because if something breaks, it's, I lost my climbing abilities. Well, anyways, he said, really hard to get parts for this, obviously, because it's so rare, but he's also got the engineering capabilities, and so sometimes I'll just remake parts on the spot. And he said we can actually take this for a little spin and get things moving, so I did a pre-check just to make sure. Wow. Just to make sure everything's good, because he said everything's all up and running, and his mechanic runs a tight ship around here, but just wanted to be safe. But this is really cool. Got the AC back there. It's kind of funny. We'll drive it out of the barn and back. Just a little cruise. Wow, this is really cool. I'm gonna have to tell them that the next time they use this for some field work to call me, and I'll make the trip back out here. What are these seats for? People hanging out, I guess? Might as well. Well, check that off the bucket list. It's kind of cool. Well, this shed looks pretty big. Looks like there's some big machines in here. Let's go check this out. Good grief. Could you imagine using this to seed a field? That's got to take some skill. Looks like we got two twin international trucks over here pulling. Is that setup called a B double? A Rocky Mountain double? Something like that. That's kind of cool though. I think it's funny how long it takes you to drive building to building at this farm. You can tell he was going more for scenery than efficiency, but I mean, if I had his kind of money, I'd do the same thing. So I'm assuming that's the workshop. I can hear them in there working, so I don't want to go and bother them, but there's two old Fords out here. That's kind of cool. Well, this one, I don't know if this one's really a Ford or not. It's kind of missing some stickers and the paint's all weird. Giants. Looks like we got some storage containers, fuel tank, grain bins are down there. I wonder what's around here. Looks like there's a little shed back there. Let's go see what's in that. Looks like we got a Bobcat, and I don't know what that model number of the tractor is, but it looks cool. I like it. I think that's pretty much everywhere on this farm, so I think we'll just get settled in for the night here and see what the morning brings us.
Good morning. Your job today is seeding fields 38, 29, and 31 with wheat. You'll be using the seed hawk, so be careful as it doesn't fit on the roads very well. But don't worry if you hit something and damage it. It's only a $700,000 setup.
Oh.
It's currently hooked up to the Delta track, but it's having computer issues. So take it down to the workshop and trade it for the 1156. Hector, our mechanic, will have it ready for you. You'll need to fill it up, which is a process. Take the Nemesis parked down at the small shed and use it to pull the screw conveyor to the seed bins. Then load the seeds into the grain trailers and use that to load the seed hawk. Put everything away once you're done. It may take a day or two, but take your time.
All right. I might need to write some of that down. So, that massive seeder we were looking at yesterday, apparently, that's what I'm going to be trying to run today. I'm a bit nervous, not going to lie. Let's see, I think we'll be out of the way if we just park this over here. I've got to try to pull this, attached to that, down a road. I'm like nervous even walking up here. This is like walking on a building. So apparently this tractor has been having some electrical issues. So his mechanic's name is Hector, so we're gonna go trade it out for one of the old Fords. So let's get that done. This is really cool. I've always wanted to run one of these tractors. How many gears does this have? We're in gear 10, only going 8 miles an hour. 16 gears or 16 speed. Wow. Let's see. I'm gonna need to park it out of the way so we can get the other tractor out. So we'll just leave it right here for now. Go ahead and get these doors opened up. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Oh, he seems fine. He's alright. So this is what we get to run today. How about that? I'm gonna go ahead and just check things over real quick before we get started. I know he said it was good to go, but I just want to make sure. Holy cow. There's not a drop of oil under here. Let's get it started up. Nice. Very nice. Try not to fall into the little pit down there. That would be a good way to start the day. Alright, so that was quite a list of instructions we got earlier. I don't even remember what order to do what, but I do know that the objective is to get seeds in the seeder and then put those in the field. Alright, so this is pretty big stuff we're moving here, so I'm gonna have to be wise about all the movements I make. So that piece goes on the front. What order do I want to pull them out in? Alright, I was going to do it separately, but maybe we'll just get it hooked up in there and then pull it out here. And then try to get seeds in it. I don't even know if we can pull this down the road with both of them attached, or if we need to do it separately. I guess we'll just have to figure it out. That part hooked up. Now we're going to need to back it onto that. I definitely don't think I can get this set up reversed, and so every movement is a commitment. I'm so nervous about moving this thing down a road. It's a bit hard to see through there. I wish I had someone here to guide me back, but I'd probably just ignore him anyways, so that's what it is. Alright, got everything hooked up here, I think. Good grief, I still can't get over this. Look at that! Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is get this pulled out into the middle, and then there's I forgot what it's called, but it'll get seeds into the tanks up there. I don't know if anyone else has got to come through here. But I do think we have to pull forward a little bit more to get this. Well, I can't remember what this is called. Alright, well, hopefully no one's got to drive through here, because this is the only way. Alright, got it unfolded, and so now we got to get seeds into one of those trailers over there, and then we got to, I'm thinking, dump it in there, and then it'll go in the tank. This holds seed and fertilizer, but he said just do seeding for today, so let's see if we can figure this out. What one should we take? We'll take the white one. And we'll just attach the trailer on the back and just use the front. It's just kind of nice. I don't think I've been in a truck this new before. Yep, got that disattached. Looks kind of funny with just this front trailer on, but that's what we're going to have to make work for now. It's a bit tight back here, so hopefully we can get turned around. I think let's have to drive up into here, back through there, and then go back forward. Luckily, I've got really good visibility through those mirrors. Look at that. Can you see out the back window? There's like a little sliver. Just a... that sliver's gone now. But maybe if we go here and just kind of hope for the best and then keep going. Straighten out a little bit. Oh, we're getting close to that side. but we haven't hit anything. Well, how about that? Now we'll get turned around. Alright, so now we gotta go get that tractor and get the conveyor, what was it called, like a screw conveyor or something, and use that to get the seeds from the holding tanks or the storage tanks into the semi, and then we can unload from the semi to the seeder. I like this tractor. I wouldn't mind buying one of these in the future, but right now we can't afford new equipment yet. Maybe we could afford one. That's about it. Pretty sure he said it was down by the grain bins. Can we see it? I can see the auger wagon. Oh yeah, there it is. Ooh, you can tell it's been sitting there for a while. It's dirty. We might want to look into cleaning that before we use it. I would imagine he doesn't want a bunch of dirt going in through his machines. All hooked up. So it just runs off that little motor right there. That's kind of cool. I'm pretty sure I saw a pressure washer up at the workshop, so we'll just take initiative and get this cleaned off before we run seeds through it. Yep, there it is up there. Get backed in. I do feel bad about his car, but it's just a car. I mean, I don't think he was trying to impress anyone with this rig. Alright, let's get this cleaned off real quick. I believe the rest is just rust. So that's as good as it's gonna get. So I've never used anything like this before, and I'm not even saying that for the roleplay. Like I haven't even done any farming in Farming Simulator 25, and I've never used a big seeder like the Seed Hawk. I've never used one of these. I've never used the storage bins. So this will be a learning experience. Like I said, no one told me you can do farming in Farming Simulator. I was doing all this other made-up stuff. You didn't see that. So I think we're just going to have to get it as close as we can, and then we'll either try to push it under there by hand or maybe carefully finesse it in with these forks. Let's see. We just give that a little nudge. Just little taps. Nothing serious. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, like so. I think we could probably just pull it in by hand. Alright, so I think there's actually a collision right there. So I mean, I try to make things realistic for you guys, but I mean, if it's impossible, it's impossible. I think that's up high enough for us to get the trailer under it. For as big as this farm is, the roads are kind of tight. Let's see how we're lining up here. Maybe let's not see how we're lining up here. Let's just guess. What do we think? That looks pretty good. Is there multiple hoppers in this trailer or just one? I guess, yeah, I could just look at the bottom, huh? So it looks like there's two. I have no idea how much the Seed Hawk holds. Yeah, it's lined up. So, maybe we'll just fill up one, because I don't know how I would empty it if I filled up two. Wow. Fancy. You know, maybe I should try farming in Farming Simulator. This could be a good thing. Is it coming out the bottom? This has been filling quite a long time, I feel like. But we get paid by the hour right now. Let's not forget that. And we are full. I'm just gonna leave that set up because there's no way that's not enough seed. That's gotta be enough, but just in case. Probably shouldn't leave this running all day. Man, just having that one bin is heavy. And that setup's got 4 if we have the rear trailer on. That's a lot. Alright, so I'm thinking that we can get this parked over the top of that auger and then just have it filled in. Can we go forward over it? I think that's gonna be our best bet for now. So we'll just stay angled. Squeeze in right there, try to run it over, and then try to just turn it, get it over the top. Maybe that's a good spot. Uh-oh. I think I'll just edit that first clip out. So yeah, we're gonna, you know, I'm not gonna edit it out. We'll be honest here. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted, but it's still not close enough. I mean, I know technically speaking here, that would work, but I want to make it really realistic. Well, you know what they say, it's good enough for the women we date. So now, what do? Don't tell me that's the cover for the fertilizer. Wait, do I have like an unload option? Nope. I'm fine, guys. My mental health is okay. I think that's the fertilizer. We're gonna have to... Oh, okay. Still not getting anything to load it. What if we unfold? No, that's not it. This has gotten so bad that I'm not even using first person. That's like my rule number 1 for making it challenging. But this is enough of a challenge as it is. Oh, I just looked down at my recorder since I started recording this clip, you know, just to line this up. 10 minutes has gone by. I'm fine, guys, really. Like I said, there is no need to worry about my mental state right now. Let's make sure that this seeder even works. Because if you watched last episode, I tried using one seeder to seed that field, and it was impossible to load seeds into it no matter what technique you used. So I used a different one and then it worked. And I know what you're thinking. Farming Simulator? Giant's game is bugged? Well, don't mind that pile of seed there. That was someone else. Oh, hey, there we go. Well, it works, but not the way I wanted it to. Well, that was pretty easy. There's a hole in the ground now. I actually don't know how that happened, but we're good to go now. I thought moving this down the road would be the hardest part of the day, and it might still be, but that was hard. Alright, no, for real though, I'm pretty nervous about this part. Let's see how this goes. Oh, yeah. If this doesn't put some hair on your chest, I mean, I could literally go up to any lady in the world right now and be like, hey, on Farm Sim 25, I was pulling the Seed Hawk, and they would probably be very interested in that. Alright, so here, let's try this. There's no way that's gonna work. We're gonna have to disattach it and just kind of work from there. But we're gonna try. Mailbox. Hope you've enjoyed your life right there. That might be the end. Okay, how are we looking? Wow, this thing actually tracks really well. We're gonna make that. No way. Oh. Well, that's kind of a mood killer. No, it's fine. I'll go around. Really, it's not a big deal. This is way easier to move than your car. Don't worry. Good grief. I still can't get over this. Alright, so that's the first field we're going to be working on. I don't even know where I need to go to line up and unfold this. Wow. I'm speechless. This is a big seeder. We'll just get out in the middle of the field and get things rolling somehow. I can't even set this up in the middle of the road. So let's get this unfolded. See what kind of we're working with here. That was funny. I think even those tractors, they've got GPS installed on it. Let's see. Show lines off. That's new, isn't it? How do I... okay, so you activate the lane. And it doesn't show the lines. That's interesting. I'll try it. So, lower this. Get it turned on. Oh, this poor tractor. I was having a good day until now. And activate the lane. I don't really want to go that direction though. Ooh, but it probably wants me to do a headland, huh? We're gonna have to do one of those. No, yeah, okay. No, I'm gonna have to see the lines. Because it's just switching off and I can't see why. Alright. So we need to go there. You got this, tractor. You got this. Get lined up with that. And I think we're seating. Let's see if we can notice any texture difference here. Yeah, there's a difference. Well, how about that? Oh, man. I was pretty excited from running a machine this big, and so I decided to just do one 24-hour stretch and got it all done. So now I'm just back here at the shop waiting in line for the pressure washer. This is a busy place. Some of these guys are just starting their day. Some of them were up all night with me. And so, yeah, as soon as I get this cleaned off and parked, I'm just gonna go back to the bunkhouse and probably nap most of the day, and then go home this evening. Also, I forgot to mention that in the last episode, just us hauling off that lumber and logging it all, we were able to make, like, well, we got our bank account up to 92,000. That's crazy. We've never made that much this far in our venture yet, and so from helping on this, we only got paid $18 an hour. So it was mostly for the experience, and I'm really hoping I'll get invited back to run some of these machines because this was really fun. But, yeah, that's all for today.